Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you're having a good week so far. Thanks for tuning in. And we've got extra submission to do this week for our great friend of the channel, NXXSES. But before we get into that, I just want to mention, if you are here normally from the Monday grind, thanks for getting on board with the channel. We're really growing the channel just lately with the Monday grind, getting loads of comments, loads of views and likes and all the rest of it. What you want to get from the videos. The bands are really happy to be on the channel and people really enjoying watching it as well. So it's really dope. Today we got, as I say, great friend of the channel, NXXSES, back again. This is a different track. We're normally expecting deathcore out of this guy, down-tempo deathcore and different stuff like that. But this is going to be a kind of trap metal track with a nu metal edge to it as well. Different stuff from what we normally expect from him. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit in a minute. Before we do that, I just want to reel off all the people involved with this because he likes me to do that as well. He says the production and engineering's by David Warrenoff, performed by NXXSES, the live footage by Dead Noise Blog, AI rendering, which is cool, by Fill the Void, visual editing and lyric editing by I Am Rage, and the official cover art was by Savage Wav, which is cool. But I'm really liking that there's some AI in this. I'm hoping that this year, and I'm sure by next year, we're going to see lots and lots of AI rendered videos and AI kind of incorporated within the music videos. I'm really excited about it. I know a lot of artists and people who make music videos are very worried about their jobs with all of that. And yeah, they should be. But as a consumer, as someone who likes art and weird art, the AI thinks differently, you know, and it does stuff humans would normally do. And I'm really, really digging some of the stuff that AI creates. So I'm all for it. I've seen as well now the AI music that's coming down the pipe where all you literally type in is what style of music you want it to be, some lyrics, and it will literally make a pre-rendered song. Well, not pre-rendered, but it will render a song for you on the spot with those lyrics, with melodies and everything else to it. So that's coming down the pipe as well. Eventually, we might be reviewing some AI underground artists, whoever knows. But if they're making cool music, I really don't care, you know? It's the music that's important to me, the sound and the energy and all that goes on within the music. So whether it's created by a human, whether it's created by a computer or an animal or God knows what, an alien, as long as it sounds cool and it's dope to get down to, I don't care. It's dope, you know. That's what it is at the end of the day. Let's get this on the screen because I do want a little talk about this. As you can see with all these hashtags here, trap metal, nu metal, dark trap, nu metalcore, all the rest of it. But what you're not going to see on that list is deathcore. I haven't spoke to him about this, but I've been speaking to my friend who his main genre is deathcore, and he's still trying to cling on to it as best as he can. He likes black and deathcore and stuff like that. But I've said to him straight up, look, deathcore is dead. And that's a statement I'm willing to make in 2024, that deathcore is dead. I think they've run out of ideas. I think they've perfected the formula that they've got. With all the different members of the band as well. The vocalists have done every kind of guttural and toilet bowl scream and God knows what they can do over the music. The guitarists have rinsed out every type of chug and riff and, you know, open string chug that you can possibly do. And I think they've run out of ideas with that stuff as well. Again, with the drummers, they've kind of done everything they can. The drum sound has been pushed to the absolute limit within the mix. So there's really nowhere else to go with that. They've tried adding blackened edges to it, which worked for a year or two. They've tried adding symphonic edges to it, which worked for a year or two. But after that, there's nowhere else for them to go. I saw a couple of bands tried adding kind of melodic vocals and singy sections into it, maybe adding a bit of an emo element to it, but it doesn't work with deathcore. Deathcore's not an emo vibe, you know, it's dark and nasty and heavy and aggressive, but emotional is not really in there. And when you try and shoehorn it in there, it kind of sticks out. It's not, you know, it doesn't blend in with the rest of the formula. So I'm going to say, as far as it stands, deathcore is dead. And maybe that is why NXXSES has got a trap metal track for us today and not a deathcore track, because he might be feeling the same way. I'll be interested if you put it in the comments how he's feeling about deathcore and things like that. But yeah, I think the guys have run out of ideas. I think they perfected the formula that they had, made it sound as good as it could possibly sound. And then they kind of plateaued there for a few years. They tried a few other ideas and it didn't work out, or didn't have longevity to them, I should say. They worked out for a period of time. And that's it. I think deathcore is done. It's kind of wrapped up. Maybe further down the line, people will reinvent it in some way. But as I say, they've tried reinventing it in the last few years, and it just hasn't worked out for them. So I'm sorry if that's controversial if you're a deathcore fan and that's your main thing, but yeah, I think deathcore is dead. I'm not hearing anything new out of deathcore. It's not exciting, and the sound has really just been perfected to within an inch of its life, totally polished up to where there's nowhere else to go with that as well. So maybe we won't start hearing any more deathcore out of NXXSES going forward, and he's thinking that way as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he is. But yeah, today we got some trap metal. It's only a short track, which is why I've tried to fill out the video with a bit of waffle and garbage and giving my opinion. But I have been thinking about deathcore just recently and kind of come to the conclusion that it is dead. Yeah, there you go. So this one's called Carnage. Let's give it a spin. Watch out if you're sensitive.
Bring on the carnage, turn on the carnage, and follow the darkness. I'll show you where my heart is. Bring on the carnage, 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 carnage. I'll show you where my heart is. Bring on the carnage. With the flash, leave a mess, leave a bloody under stress, leave a begging for the light with a aim against her neck. Psychopathic, psychosomatics, so automatically I'm master recapping all of you actors. And I don't need no practice, I'm mad in love with the madness. I'm apathetic and casual about the massacre that I am. So trivial, I'm hearing how material, immaterial, and I can see the fear of you. Witness it like a miracle. I spit bloodshed, fire, spit the carnage to the side. Ain't no prisoners, ain't nobody that I'm leaving alive. Towards the whole damn city town, watch the flames will rise. I'ma let the embers burn as they fade into the night. As they fade into the fade,
no video.
Fade into the night. As they fade into the fade, into the fade, until the carnage. Turn on the carnage and follow the darkness. I'll show you where my heart is. Bring on the carnage, 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 carnage. I'll show you where my heart is. Bring on the carnage, bring on the carnage, bring on the carnage, bring on the carnage.
Cool. Only a short one on this, but that was just about the right time on the length on that one, I feel. I thought this had a good sound. The only thing I'm going to say about the production on this one, which I know wasn't him, it's another guy I'm talking to with this, I think there was more space for more volume on the guitars. The drums sounded nice big washy cymbal in there and a good punch and beat. But I think the guitars the vocal was right up there, nice and loud and in your face and sounded good, had a good aggression to it. But the guitars kind of didn't back it up, if you like, with the amount of power that they could have had to kind of support the vocal, and it felt like the vocal was kind of just a bit more up there than it needed to be without the support from the rest of the music. So it just cranked the guitars a bit louder, the drums were nice and loud, and just filled out the sound a bit more to kind of just bring a bit more chunk to the mix. I thought the vocals were great, a nice flow on this one, just flowed all the way through, cool aggression in there, but without going too hard and not bringing in all the gutturals and things like that. So a different style for him, and cool with that, which was nice. I'm not sure kind of I'm super on board with this kind of music, because I feel like there could be more interesting things going on with it. You know, it reminds me a bit of like how you've got a backing track for a rapping track, and in those cases the music and the vocals are kind of two separate things. I'd like to hear a bit more cohesion between the vocals and the music, so that there's maybe a bit more of a kind of verse chorus to it or something, or the vocals work with the riffs, the rhythms of the riffs, so it all just feels a bit more kind of band-like, rather than someone's made a piece of music and you're just going to sing over it, because there's a separation in those, which I would like to see just a bit more remedied in that. I really like the video for this one, though. I thought they did a great job with the AI and all of that. It looked really cool. And I am really excited, as I say, to see what bands and people just in general are going to do that. Artists are going to make cool things. And I really think we're going to be able to, like, if you're an underground band, you're going to be able to make soon what's going to look like a really super high quality video with crazy angles and what would normally be kind of physical effects and things like that in there. And all you've done is type in, I want an explosion and this car to crash and this and that, and it'll happen on the screen just from the text, you know. But you'll be able to create some really cool and different videos. And I think they did a nice job with this one as well, to give us a flavor of what you might be able to do with that stuff in the future. And as well, a cool mix up of having real footage overlaid with AI as well. So it's not all AI, it's just accentuated with the AI, and it's a way to add more to what would normally just be a live footage. So I think that's really, really cool as well. Bands could do that, where they've just got a live footage of the band, but you add some kind of AI filter to it, and suddenly it's turned into a music video, you know, and you just, all you need to do is just record the band live, and that's it. You just add a filter to it, and it makes a video for you. It'd be really, really cool. I think we're going to see some super dope stuff. So there we go. I've enjoyed checking that out today. I hope you've liked my little rants and kind of opinions on this and that. And let me know if you agree or disagree about deathcore being dead and things like that, because it'd be interesting to kind of hear other people's opinions on that. I don't really get much pushback or anything like that on this channel from the opinions that I give, but I'm sure, you know, everyone can't agree with everything I say. I hope not anyway, and I'd like to hear what other people think about those kind of things, whether they agree or not on what their view on it is. Hope you're having a good one so far. That's it from me today. I might do another show later on in the week. We'll see how that goes. Otherwise, we'll definitely be back for the Monday grind. Cheers, guys. Bye.